10-4. I'll get a crime scene out to you.
Paleto Forest. Units, assistance required in the Chilean Mountain State Wilderness.
Detective, the corpse is right behind me. Let me give you the details before you start the investigation.
Who are you?
I'm Deputy Sheriff Jane Hall from the Los Santos County Sheriff's Office. I was the first to arrive on scene. The guy who watches the suspects is Deputy Tim Ross. He arrived just a few seconds after myself.
What happened?
We received a 1054 from dispatch, and upon arriving on scene, we saw the lifeless body and 3 suspects. I secured the area around the dead body while Deputy Ross kept an eye on the suspects. We requested a detective from dispatch and waited basically for you to drive the investigation.
Tell me about the victim.
We got some intel from dispatch based on the driver's license we found near the body. The victim's name is James Taylor. He was a lawyer living in Vinewood Hills and didn't have any family. Based on the condition of the corpse, he must have passed away within the last 3 hours.
Tell me about the suspects.
We have 3 suspects, a woman and 2 men. The first suspect is Lara Thompson, who also lives in Vinewood Hills. She was the one who called us. Second on our suspect list is Frank Ramirez, who works here at the Paleto Forest Sawmill. Our last suspect is Bill, just Bill. He seems to be one of the altruists from the nearby camp. Detective, there's one more thing I'd like to mention. I'm here to help you in any I can. If you find any evidence, we can discuss it together. Or, if you're sure who the murderer is, just let me know.
Hello, Detective. It's good that you have arrived. Please speak to my partner near the crime scene. I will watch the suspects, so they stay here until you have finished your investigation. Sorry, Detective, I'm busy with keeping an eye on the suspects.
Who are you?
My name is Frank Ramirez. I'm living in Paleto Bay and work here at the sawmill as foreman.
What happened?
I was working as usual when I heard a woman screaming. I came here and saw that the woman tried to help the victim, but it was already too late.
Did you know Mr. James Taylor?
Unfortunately, yes, he is. Well, he was a lawyer, working for Antoine Guérini Vincit. Mr. Vincit wants this sawmill to be closed to build something big here, but my employer doesn't want to sell. We told Mr. Taylor more than once to stay away. He was sneaking around, taking photos, recordings and more with his Ifrit mobile. He was harbinger and scout, searching for every piece of information that can help to force the owner to sell the sawmill.
Who are you?
Howdy, my name is Bill. My ma used to call me Billy, but no, it's just Bill.
What happened?
You know, I was hungry and hunted some rabbits when there was a hell scream. I was running like a crow flies and landed here. I saw the dagnabit helping, but he already kicked the bucket.
Did you know Mr. James Taylor?
Nah, I didn't.
Who are you?
I'm Lara Thompson, 35 years old, single. I'm pretty sure you heard of me.
No.
Well, not everyone understands the meaning behind an artful painting. That's right, I'm the one and only Lara Thompson, an artist by profession.
What happened?
Oh, you know, darling, the city can be stressful. I came here to relax and getting some inspiration for my next artwork. While I was jogging through the forest, I noticed this guy lying on the ground. I tried to help him, but there was nothing I could do. So I called 911 and waited.
Did you know Mr. James Taylor?
Oh. It was James Taylor? Didn't notice that, but at least the expensive suit makes sense now. He once sued me for one of my installations. Well, sometimes karma seems to strike late. He was an ass, but that was years ago, and maybe dying is a little too harsh.
Detective, how can I help you?
I found the victim's smartphone.
It's not damaged and found close to the body. Most likely not part of the murderer's motive.
I found drugs near the victim.
Sorry, I'm not an expert. This is probably a topic for the DEA. I wonder if he bought them or was forced, maybe tricked to consume it.
I noticed the muddy ground. I noticed different footprints on the ground, not only from the victim. They stood there for some time.
In such cases, it is most likely that the victim was familiar with his killer.
I have solved the case. The murderer is nobody. It was an unintentional death under the influence of drugs. The lawyer slipped under the influence of drugs and hit his head on the railing.
Thank you, Detective. I'm glad that this case is solved. You should drive back to the main road. We will clean up the scene. Goodbye, Detective.
Extreme paleo tea is a trademark back to nature diet system